Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to talk about kites, rhombi, and square, the area of those things. So the thing is, guys, we talked about rhombis and squares earlier, and the fact that you could do base times height on those, and you can. But sometimes you're given different information. Okay, so when you look at these, you're like, these things don't have anything in common, and they don't. They're quadrilaterals, but other than that, they really don't have anything in common on the outside. But on the inside, we talked about this. Let me draw the diagonals and see if you can tell me what they have in common if I drew this rhombus right. Not the best, but... And then here's our square. I don't know if you can tell or not. Rhombus maybe. The rhombus is pretty good. My diagonal's a little off. See, I didn't hit the diagonal part right there. But anyways, guys, what happens is we get a right angle there, and a right angle there, and a right angle there. So what this does for us, folks, is this gives us actually 4, if you want to look at it that way, because if there's one right angle, there's actually 4 right angles. This gives us 4 right angles inside of these shapes, 4 right triangles inside of these shapes. And because of that, there's a formula we can use, okay? Because there are 4 right triangles in each shape, the area, we can take this diagonal and this diagonal, okay? This entire diagonal and this entire diagonal. See, this entire diagonal would be, say, the bases of these 2 triangles, and this part of the diagonal would be the height of those 2 triangles, and then this part of the triangle would be the height of these 2 triangles. Anyways, we take diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 and divide it by 2. It's kind of like base times height divided by 2, except we're talking about the diagonals because there's 4 right triangles inside each one of these. So this is going to be short and sweet. Basically, I can tell you are going to probably have to do Pythagorean theorem at some point in time during these problems. But on your notes today, we were real nice about it. So on this one, for example, what you got to remember about a kite is that these 2 parts are the same. So if that's 4, that's 4. So diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2, well, diagonal 1 would be 8, and diagonal 2 would be 11. See, 4 plus 4 gives you 8, and 3 plus 8 gives you 11. And so when I plug those things in, I get 8 times 11 divided by 2. That's going to be 44. All there is to it. Okay, on this one here, on the rhombus, what you got to remember is that the diagonals do bisect each other. And so if that's 3, so is that. And if that's 6, so is that. So again, it's diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. Diagonal 1 would be 6, and diagonal 2 would be 12. Now, could you flip those up and make diagonal 1 12 and diagonal 2 6? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyways, 6 times 12 divided by 2 is going to be 36. Nice and easy. And on a square, since a square is also a rectangle, one of the things that makes a rectangle special is that all 4 of these parts are the same. So they're all going to be 2. And so, see again, it's diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. Diagonal 1 would be 4, and diagonal 2 would be 4. 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 times 4 divided by 2 is 8. Now, just on this one, I can show you this. If we took this back to special right triangles, if this is 2 and this is 2, because this is a 45, 45, 90 triangle, this is 2 and this is 2, this is 2 on the square root of 2, which means this is 2 on the square root of 2 because all the sides are the same. Well, the other way to find the area of a square is to do base times height. Well, 2 on the square root of 2 times 2 on the square root of 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4. But we know the square root of 4 is 2. And 4 times 2 is 8. We got the same answer both ways. Just wanted to show you that that is, another way to do that, but it's certainly shorter just to do diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. Alright guys, that is it. I think that's probably about the shortest video I've ever made for y'all. 5.5 minutes. I'll practice on this tomorrow.